being live streamed and no one can see it. So I'm just waiting for this to load. Hi, everybody. How's it going? So this is unlisted, so it shouldn't be viewable or seen, heard, felt. The video, it is what it is. Okay, so what tends to happen for me, and this will happen a lot for me on my journey, is that I'm sitting here and sometimes I'm consciously like, oh, I'm tuned into this collective and I know that this is going on. Sometimes I'm just kind of going through a process, going through a purge, and then it just kind of dawns on me, wait a minute, I'm connected to this collective right now and this is what's going on. So this is what happened earlier was I was sitting here, was talking to a friend, monitoring the full moon and what's going on with me. And I was like, man, the energies are getting really chaotic right now. I know there's a lot going on with the full moon, all this stuff, but there's something else. And I recognize that there's stuff going on for the Twin Flame Collective. Now, a part of being a part of the Twin Flame Collective is sometimes you don't resonate with the journey, and sometimes you do. Some of us are representatives for, like, you know, the divine feminine or the divine masculine, and there's councils and there's union and there's all, you know. So anyways, so basically what we're doing right now is I'm doing a live reading. So it's live, but it's unlisted. So once this is done, I will air it because I didn't want to do it where I'm working with other people's energies because I'm very much so tapped into the collective right now of the twins. And I wanted to pull through messages regarding this next week because there's stuff going on. There's been a lot happening for the masculine, a whole lot for the feminine. I already pulled some cards earlier with stuff going on and got some different messages. I'm not going to sound those out right now because I don't want them to interfere, but there was very much so this awakening of magic, or the earth goddess, which came through a lot of the restructuring and a lot of the calibration stuff. But there was this like awakening to the marriage of magic, which is, you know, wizard, witch, warlock, kind of a style of energy, a lot of wands energy, a lot of creation energy, a lot of magic energy. So I wanted to come through and see what wants to come forward for the Twin Flames. All right, we're done. Now I'm rambling. All right, so Twin Flame Collective. We're gonna first start out with the energies of the feminine. So as always, I want to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We just want to make sure that we're calling on the purified essence of the divine feminine in the Twin Flame Collective, the ones that are seeking true hero skamos. We call in the purity of the white flame now. Invite in this loving message of freedom, truth, and clarity for the divine feminine collective. What message needs to come forward for the divine feminine collective now? What messages do we have for the divine feminine collective from 1219 to 1226? Divine feminine collective. Interesting. There's a wild freedom at the heart of you, but it seems like the energy of the masculine and masculine magic is kind of getting in the way for you. So this could be a storyline, it could be a subjugation, old style of thing, but the embodiment of your true strength, it seems to be like the energy of the masculine form of magic, it's getting in the way right now. So it's almost like, so since this is at the, like, the way that I see this is who you are and this is what's in the field. I feel like right now this is coming in to merge with you feminines. Like this King of Wands energy is coming in to merge with you so you can embody your true strength. Feminines, you're meant to show the way on the awakening journey, the star and judgment. You're meant to be a guiding light in the awakening journey and in the journey of ascension. I mean, think about it. This whole, when we're looking at just, regardless of the human everything here, let's just dissolve the human and go into the essence of ascension. It is the rise of the divine feminine, right? So when we're speaking about the purified frequency of the divine feminine, not the aspects, not the versions, not the human, just the essence of it, it's this reminder that the foundation of everything right now is it's the guiding light. So a part of the divine feminine frequency and the essence being the guiding light right now and being the way shower of the journey is also a part of the embodiment of being a representative of a divine feminine is being the guiding light. So it's interesting. It's not just like saying that you're a divine feminine, but it's also showing the way of being what being a divine feminine is, and the strength and the empowerment of that. Because right now, at the heart of you, you're at the empowerment of the feminine and how that merges with the masculine magic. Okay. So a part of that then is, rather than like the cliche consumerism divine feminine, which means that you're talking about the divine feminine, we're going right back to the energetics. We're going straight to source divine feminine, or that Sophia Christic component is the guiding light for ascension and for awakening. Think about it. How many people we've been talking about the rise of the divine feminine? It's now recognizing that you wearing that as a placeholder, right? As an individual that is representative of the divine feminine collective is also embodying the purity, the strength, and the title of that. Like in the title being that you are the forerunner of ascension, divine feminine, which is Gaia, right? All righty. Woo. No, we didn't ask the question yet. So thank you for giving me clarity. All right, messages from other dimensional versions. Okay, so as we're leading the way, take your time, and also to be very mindful of how you're sharing your soul and your light with the world. Okay, there's this energy of like, not caution, but as you're blazing your way forward, just being a little bit more mindful and methodical with how you're sharing your light, how you're sharing your soul gifts, and in what ways you can share your soul gifts with the world. So in what ways can you share your light? How are you sharing your light? How are you representing your light today? How are you creating, right? How are you the way shower of that light? Because you are the way shower of that light. So, and I'm hearing great song by Chet Faker called Drop the Game. Drop the game, it's not enough. And it's the beginning lyrics are, I can see all, I can see your soul. And it's like, it's that energy of, since you can be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, make sure you see your sight, you see yourself as the soul as well. Connecting to the essence of you, because then you're going to be able to see how you can see the kind of opportunities that you can share with the world and what you're here to do. Especially in regards to like how you're sharing your energy, even if this is like creative life force energy, it might be that if you were to see beyond the veil and to see the truth of this and to see it the other way, that to see it through the eyes of God, your standards would shift a lot and your self-value would shift a lot. But we have to surrender to seeing that and also make sure we're open to see that for ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. So we're looking at past and future here, and it's 7 of Pentacles to 8 of Pentacles, right? So we're seeing that we're going from looking at creation, getting that clarity and insight because we're surrendering to seeing what our soul gift is, and now we're building in a new way. So we're coming from a time with how we're viewing. It's about going from perspective to doing, stepping out of analysis paralysis, Stop getting in your own way and start showing up and start building and start creating. Just freaking create. Create from scratch, but create. It's like just build. Just build. But seeing this sequence as transitional and as ascending, we're moving up, and the divine feminine collective is moving up, right? But it's from this place of review and view to a place, it's from a place of being to a place of doing, which is nice to see. Because the 8, the 7, the 8, what's next? The 9 and the 10. And the 10 is the 10 of Pentacles. That is the tree of life. Like that's the assembly of you. And just beyond that, just beyond the holographic imprint of the tree of life or the Akashic records or the Yggdrasil tree, as I like to say it, what you also see is you see the family that has everything. They've got the home. They've got the togetherness. And it's a very mature family. Like in the card, the 10 of Pentacles is a very mature family. And they've got dogs and things like that. It's not like Rainbow 10 of Cups, but it's stable and it's that balance of all of it, right? So it's like, it's not just the happiness, but it's the integration of all of it. And that's the way I see the 10 of Pentacles. So either way, what you're building and what you're moving into is very stable in its foundations, but you just got to keep going. And you also have to make sure that the place you're sharing, when we have 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles here, so it's not only the perspective, right? Because since we have 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, which is how you're offering the soul gift and your soul light to the world, it's also now, it's taking that same way that you have to see yourself through the eyes of the soul and begin to review from the eyes of the soul and begin to build from the essence of the soul, right? So it's making sure that what we see for our creations, what we're putting into our creations, that it is our soul light. It's our gift. It's the gift of our light, and that we're sharing the gift of that light with the world. And that's a part of being the way shower is. It's the purified divine feminine showing up and doing what it needs to do. Right. Right at the bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles, 7, 8, 9. So clouding the reading, the independent, beautiful, abundant, flourishing, caring for the star child right here, right? This to me is always representative of the star child. The Trinity right here. This is mama that looks after the stars. This is mama creation that cares for the kids, right? The star seeds. This is such a beautiful energy to be in. And so this is basically what is showing up. This is what the oversight of the reading is you in that caring, beautiful, glorious, galactic mama version of you. And it's independent, abundant, entrepreneur, way shower, deeply connected, adorned, just beautiful, wavy, right? Wavy, extremely wavy. And so since that, it's now that you're working up to that, but a part of this completion to get to that 10 of Pentacles, right? To get to that union with self, to that mastery, to the Yggdrasil tree, to the deep knowing, to the access to the Akash, right? Is you have to start seeing your soul gifts and your soul strength again. Soul strength. And as a result, you have to let your soul shine through that strength. Okay? So divine feminines, very much so up-leveling, upgrading, but it's coming from the energy of the soul and the soul light, and how that transpires through all lifetimes when you're doing that, but it's also how do you gift that to the world in your creations and in what you're doing, and being mindful of your creative energy too, your creator energy, your ki, to make sure you're not just giving it away, right? So new builds, and it looks good. Looks good. So thank you to the divine feminines. Ooh, yeah, okay. I heard tonight was gonna be fun. When I started to tap into this, I heard I got a feeling dun 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 that tonight's gonna be a good night, which means that there's a union celebration up there and we're shifting things out, or we on other dimensional planes are shifting things out. Me, I'm just playing sports talk radio right now. So sometimes we're the announcers, sometimes we're the goalkeepers, sometimes we're the referees. Right now, I am the news personnel that is reporting live from the event. Okay. All right, Divine Masculine Collective. We're going to go with the Divine Masculine tonight. Thank you, feminines. Santo Harano Supa. All right. Divine Masculine Collective. So we want to call in the purified ranges, the purified Divine Masculine Collective. And for those that are on the true Hero Scalmos journey in its purest form, what messages want to come through for the Divine Masculine Collective tonight? We're going to be looking at the energetics, do crystalline cross from 1219 to 1226. What messages want to come through for the Divine Masculines? Thank you. Slow it down, masculines. First thing I heard was slow it down. Slow it down. Just take a moment to pause, which was a message that was coming through earlier for the Divine Masculine Collective, and I'm glad it's back. I'm also hearing Ring My Bell, the song Ring My Bell. So some of you might be thinking about calling someone. Maybe there's someone you haven't called back that you need to call back. There's someone that you can, masculine, this is what I want to say because I'm feeling it in the heart. There's someone that you admire, someone that you adore, someone that you love, that you can contact no matter what. Okay. So for the Divine Masculine Collectives, there's this energy of like this like reminder, right? And it might be someone from the past, someone you haven't spoken with in a while, or someone you want to communicate with. This person is letting you know that you at any, this person will always be there for you, day or night, time or day. It doesn't have to be, you know, wedding or romantic or emotional, but it's a reminder that there is someone that is there for you 24/7, and you need to stop believing or perceiving that you're alone on this journey, because you're not. So stop thinking you're alone. Stop thinking you're like isolated and lonely and abandoned. There's someone there, and yo, this is like whatever energy this is wants to like keep it real with you. They're keeping it 100 with you, masculine. You ain't alone, and you can call them. Rain or shine, time or day, doesn't matter. Guilt-free. Give them a ring. They do want to talk to you, okay? And they want to work some things out with you. They want to help you with some things, especially the twin flame journey, because they know how rough it can be, okay? That's all I want to state for whoever that is. So thank you for that message coming out. Okay. Man, that was boss level goddess coming through like, yo, I'm gonna help you out. Okay. Ooh. Coming in hot now. Whole right side, it's just like right here. It's my night side, and my audio is getting, my ears getting plugged. So what's going on for the Divine Masculine Collective on the Hero Scalmos journey? What messages need to come forward? Ooh. So it's in regards to you as a creator, you as a master manifester, you having all the resources to be able to do what you need to get done. You need to go within about all the freaking competition in your life. You need to go within about the chaos, the creations that fuel discord and propagate discord. Okay. There are some sort of creations that are coming up right now. A part of your responsibility in creator consciousness as the magician is to go within and to see why this is being created. So Divine Masculines, it's important for you to recognize when this discord is taking place, to find out where it is within your form, where it's coming from in your body and in your life, why it's showing up, and to obliterate it. Plain and simple. Take ownership over your creations. Either way, this chaos magic, this chaotic creation, this competitive lifestyle, this chaotic lifestyle, it's showing up because you created it. You called it forward as an experience. Why? It's time to go out into nature and to discover what this is and why it's showing up. Especially in regards to magic, this kind of wants to come through with a little bit of chaos magic. Why are you using chaos magic? Why are you creating from this place of chaos? Okay. What is it bringing forward for you? There's a reason it's showing up in your reality, and it's because there's something you need to shift out, or something you've been a part of, or something you're unaware of. All this is for you right now is for the sake of awareness. That is all. That is all. It's for the sake of awareness. Don't take anything more out of it other than awareness. That's it. It doesn't mean we need to find out who did it and remember. No. Masculines, this is showing up because you created something. That's it. And we'll just leave it at that. So what have you been creating, masculine? So it's in regards to Four of Pentacles. This to me is coming through to holding on to an old creation, holding on to an old idea, holding on to an old foundation. There's a gift of truth that's coming for you, and a gift of clarity, a gift of a timeline. Especially, and I'm hearing important timeline, important opportunity, divine masculines, important timeline, important opportunity. But you need to stabilize with this, okay? You need to stabilize with this. You need to hold this within the body. So this is an actual download. This is like source. Source is coming through, sparking, igniting, dropping code into your body, and you got to anchor this code in through your crown. You got to take all this light all the way in your body. Basically, this is a download. Okay, it's a download from source of creative essence creation, right? And with it comes opportunities. It's a download and it's a timeline, but it's an energetic timeline. You have to hold the energy of it to get onto the timeline. Okay, masculines. Sorry. Kind of a little blunt right now with the divine masculines. These messages have been pretty blunt right now. High priestess, that's just the way it goes. Right now, some of you masculines, it might be difficult to see beyond the veil. We need you to trust. This is trusting in those that can see beyond and recognize that you're a part of that too. It's about trusting your magic, trusting your intuition, trusting your divinity. Go with your heart, go with your gut above all. Right. So this is also a place of empowerment to state, hey, masculines, you are the high priestess. But right now, the high priestess is facilitating you. Why? Because this high priestess energy is showing up in your field because it is you. Just like the ownership of creation. Why are you creating chaos? Why is the high priestess showing up in your reading? Because you are the high priestess. Because the high priestess is a part of you. If it's showing up in the energetics and in the message, it's you relaying a message to you. So here we have high priestess, the goddess, the divine one, sending you a beautiful, loving message to the divine masculine to let you know that A, you are you, but there's also a download in this as well. So remember, we had the pentacles, we had swords, harmonizing mind, body, soul. High priestess is sending through a download right now. What is this download? Because we were going to do a crystal cross, but now we're just... What's this download? So it's a healing of Chiron, healing of the wounded masculine. Bingo, bango. It's a new beginning for the wounded masculine. It's a spark, a passionate creation, a desire, a warm fire. Either way, it is creative energy, creative life force energy that's helping to heal this energy, helping to heal the wounded masculine and the wounded father, the wounded brothers, the wounded warrior. So right now, the priestess coming through beyond the veil is giving us the opportunity to shift this one out and to heal it fully. But with Ace of Wands, it's also, once again, like, look at all this ace energy. This is all gifts. It's gifting you with you, though. Gifting you your magic. So for the wounded masculines, you're being given magic. You're getting the download of light magic again. And it's going to help you to create in a new way. This was at the heart of the divine feminine reading. It's your strength. So the divine feminine, who at the heart of her reading is finding her strength, and the strength in her magic is actually gifting you the same strength that she holds. She's gifting you that wild freedom. She's gifting, so everything that is at the heart of strength in her life is coming forward for you now, which is embodiment. It's taming your beasts, right? It's the 8, it's the infinite. It's being able to get along with beasts, right? It's being able to be with the wild unknown, right? So like the same fierceness, free of the predatory stuff, free of all that. You're getting the gifts of resilience right now. You're being gifted the energy of Leo, which is courage. It's heart, it's love, it's respect, it's the pride, not pride in PRIDE, but it's also feeling proud of who you are, right? It's the pack, it's the ferocity and the gentleness of the lion. It's everything of the energy of Leo. So if we were to break down the archetype of Leo, loving, caring, extremely giving, loving to shower you with gifts and with presents. Very much so takes up the energy of a room. And yes, there are other things about Leo, like cockiness and things like that. What we're doing is we're highlighting the light of Leo here. And knowing that that's what the masculine is being gifted right now, is all of that lion quality, all of that Lyran quality, right? All of that Elohim back to the magician. All of that access, all of that knowing, all of those abilities, all those gifts. You're getting the most powerful, beautiful version of you right now. And it's being gifted from the feminine. It's being gifted to you by the high priestess. And so let's just take a moment and say thank you to the high priestess. Thank you to this energetics for providing this for us and for providing these downloads and for gifting us the opportunity, and the ability to share that strength with her. Her, them, we, it, they, the all. It's all coming from source and it's endlessly streamed. It's not like someone's giving away their power to you. What we're being gifted right now is an opportunity to just relax and to receive all that we are. So we can clear out this wounding, we can clear out this fear, and we can belong again, right? Because in the very beginning of this, when I was doing the readings from earlier and I decided to just hit live and go unlisted here, the feminine wanted the masculine there, but it was like just to kick back and have fun. It was like the most purified, elevated divine feminine frequency came forward, and it had nothing to do with relationship. It's like, yo, just vibrate like I do so we could kick it. Like that was the energy of it. Like just like flow with me, reverberate with me so we can hang out. Like, because really at the end of the day, it's about repairing the discord between the masculine and the feminine, which doesn't always tie into twin flame romance stuff and the karmic mumbo jumbo and who's got the nicer booty and who's got the nicer body. This isn't about ego and eccentricism here. It's about the masculine and the feminine frequency being able to belong again, free of the discord, free of the ridicule, free of all the old behaviors. It's just aligning to the purified masculine and purified feminine energetics and surrendering to what that energy brings forward in all of our lives. It's just purity and grace and surrendering to that and solidifying those realities that are harmless realities, not the realities that keep creating 9 of Wands energy or traumas or experiences of chaos and competition. It's about allowing this energetic in and allowing this energetic to transform our lives, which is a gift from beyond the veil. Okay. So that's what we have for the divine masculine, for the divine feminine. And then we are now going to do one final reading for the embodied twins, right? So we did the stream of the feminine, we did the stream of the masculine, the unified, right? So the unified aspects What message wants to come forward for the unified version, the unified collective, the unified embodied twin flame collective? So it's time to remember and to learn that the truth will set you free. The truth of your heart, the truth of your light, the truth of communication too. It's time for us to communicate clearly as well and effectively, but also to begin reviewing our truth, taking a step back and observing what is right for us, what isn't right for us, what belongs for us, what isn't, what's serving the evolution of my soul, what's serving the the evolution of humanity here. Because it was like, it's almost like what is expanding me and elevating me versus what is creating more attachment and more consciousness, right? So it is about taking a moment to recognize that the truth does set us free. What does that revelation mean for us? What does it entail? And how can we begin learning a new truth, right? Page of Wands is always speaking of like seeking a higher representative, seeking a higher calling, seeking a higher truth. With the Ace of Swords, there is the gift of that to us, a higher clarity, a higher timeline, a higher truth. As a result, now it's about learning about what this means for us and what this entails for us. But also too, this is recognizing that for the unified embodiers, that here we are reviewing our magic, kind of refining our skills, gifts, and abilities. And here is the universe gifting us that new timeline, that new clarity, and that new truth, that new download. There is a new clarity about this energy. So there's a new truth about Saturn that's coming forward. There's a new truth about Saturn that's coming forward. Also, what else? The realms of unconsciousness. This can be a lot, and this is where I invite you to find what this means for you. Either way, it's something that needs to be saged. This is something that needs to be saged. So we're going to take a moment and we're going to sage the devil. There we go. All right. Sage the devil. So this energy that's showing up for the unified souls, I just want to say I love you. So we're just gonna put some light on Brown Bear over here. And there you go, Brown Bear. You just, whatever this means for you, unified ones, let's just smudge that. Smudge you. Let's just smudge the entire screen. Smudge your potato chip bags. Smudge everything. Get nice and cleaned up here. As you see, all we need is just a little smudge, a little clarity, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. See, kids? Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, everybody anywhere. Some really good teachings from Barney. And right now, the wisdom of Barney helping us to settle some stuff, okay? So don't know why that's there, but we're also going to take Buddha. We'll put Buddha right there with a selenite wand, okay? You just sit there and think about what you've done. Sorry. Okay, it really is about balancing. It really is about balancing. So what does this balance entail for us? So it's about bringing some polarities into balance. Okay, all right, here's what it is, which is interesting why the devil cards show up. There's something in polarity that needs to come into for us regarding 3 of cups. So this could be partying, it could be celebration, it could be joy. Either way, what the first thought was is we need to bring in some sort of balance to a polarity regarding partying. With the devil card showing up, obsession, addictions, there is something here that is getting neutralized out of our lives. Right. And as a result, it's because there is a new truth, a new revelation. And this is, once again, the truth shall set you free. So here's the thing. There might be some perspectives or some viewpoints that are old that are in your life or in your family line for whoever this is regarding things like addiction and substances. Right. So especially partying too. The word party might bring up something for some people, a really deep wound, something like that. I can see where this goes for myself. Right. So it's kind of getting a little personal here. And I'm like, oh my God, why are you doing this? This is what happens with the universal messages sometimes. But I feel like there's some sort of truth regarding celebration, regarding partying, regarding that is bringing up this double energy, and it's up right now for us to neutralize and to review it in our own lives. Because party doesn't always mean that it's like an addiction thing. And I feel like it's just like it's a perspective, it's an old spell. It's essentially an old spell that was created. And right now we are reviewing our spell and being gifted a new one, a new truth, a new level of clarity regarding this. Okay. Yeah. So we, once again, here's drop the game. It's not enough. We have to drop the burdens and drop the worry. There's something about lightening up, carrying too heavy of a load, right? Carrying too heavy of a load. And as a result, it's bringing up a lot of unconsciousness within our lives, but also too, it's the burden of witnessing all this unconsciousness. Okay. So for the unified self, right? There's a lot that the moon is shining up for us. Like this is very much so a full moon portal. With the moon 3 wands, it's about the vortex of the moon, these lunar passageways and what it's doing. There's something about celebrating them though. But right now, the moon itself is bringing up something, and I'm being drawn to sin, S-I-N, and the story of sin, which is goddess sin, god sin, goddess sin, goddess Luna, essentially. And for some reason, it's very much so connecting to that and stopping us from being able to celebrate the moon. And the fact that the energy of party is coming up, I feel like party, pleasure, things like that are bringing up a lot of frequencies within all of us, and it's time for us to review them, because it doesn't always have to have some form of subjugation or a negative pattern, or like party and celebration doesn't have to lead to 2 weeks in a mental hospital or a state penitentiary or going to rehab or showing up on Dr. Phil. You see what I mean? Like, you celebrating your life and you wanting to party doesn't have to end that way. And it's like, that's what's coming into polarity. Is there's something about the burdens and the weight of the world and also celebrating Luna. It's like the full moon energies and the full moon frequencies are bringing this forward for us right now, where like we still believe that, like, you know, one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. All the like the really deep kind of like AA stuff. Not to say that AA is right or wrong in any way. Okay. This is different for every single individual, and it's a touchy subject, but it's true. And the truth is that when we go back into those lines, there's really deeply ingrained societal belief systems that keep these kinds of like addiction themes and scenarios alive. And we're breaking those down to see things in a new way, because party and celebration and joy doesn't always mean drugs, or doesn't always mean alcohol, or doesn't always mean sex. Like, that's the shadow realms that are coming up and showing that need to be neutralized and brought into polarity, because party, joy, celebration, those essences can happen under a full moon, can happen at a full moon party, things like that, and they don't have to involve weird things, right? So there's something about us being able to meet our family, meet our friends, that all it happens. There's things that we can do that we can celebrate, such as celebrating seasonal cycles, celebrating winter solstice, right? And the thing is, it's important for all of the burdens that we've been carrying of the world and all the stuff we're witnessing. Like if you were to go out and just like pay attention to the collective and the journey and the mission and all these things, it brings up a lot. But there's something about celebrating the arrival of the seasons, right? Solstice, things like that. That's going to help us to shift out a lot. We've been playing out so many different realities across so many different levels, ones that are really painful to witness. Some of these timelines that I'm aware of and what they're tied to, what they're connected to, especially like the Holocaust timelines that we've been in, right, are disgusting. It's important for us to take breaks, to celebrate, to have fun with our friends, and to go out and party. And so I know sometimes it's like, oh, do I do this? Do I party? Do I go out? Like, I don't know. What do I do here? It's important to get out and to celebrate. Because not everything is bad. Not everything is dark. Not everything is twisted. Not everything is sadistic. Not everything is satanic, right? Just saying. Just saying. Yeah. There's a gift of a download that wants to come through for you. Spiritual abundance. This is a gift from the divine. Star codes, fire letters, source stream. Right? It's the gift of the Aquarian age. It's the rebel. It's the freedom. It's the gift of truth. It's the gift of clarity. It's the gift of air epoch mama air. Mama air initiating the new Aquarian age for us, coming out of the Piscean age into the Aquarian age. So a part of this gift is that you're in the Aquarian age. You need to see things differently. I always say new scope, new lenses, new framework. We're all speaking of perspectives in psychology here. So it's new thoughts, new beliefs. So you're being gifted right now a new thought or a new belief, especially in regards to celebration, joy, and partying, and to see things in a new light. Because those systems are ready to collapse. Perhaps. And it's also in regards to finances, in regards to money. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. It's also Gaian focused realms. In this essence, it's speaking of like the warrior goddess and Pachamama coming together to gift a download. But this is also it's a gift that we hold in our ascension process with Mother Earth. Because if you see the Ace of Pentacles leaning through, Queen of Swords saying, here, give it to the earthly realms, right? Holding the pentacle. Mama on the throne, holding the pentacle. And what's really fascinating about this card, I'm sorry, but this Queen of Pentacles right now looks like it has a mustache. Like this is the first time when I'm zooming in on the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles on this card kind of looks like a dude. So it's kind of got this energy of like, it's like this gift is going to the queen amongst men, or the men amongst queen, or for those who do not match their appearance, right? So like I've met very extremely godlike masculine women. I've also met very queen-like goddess men. This gift is for us that are serving Gaia, and that are in service to humanity with Gaia. It is a gift. And it is a gift of the epoch and the freedom to be able to choose consciously in our reality, and to begin to recognize that that was of 3 days ago or 5 years ago or 5 millennia ago isn't the same as now, because we're in a new epoch. And the initiation of the new epoch is us as way showers. Some of us are finding out that things are radically changing in our lives, and things aren't what we thought they were. That's a part of the review of this new truth. Is it's like, really, it's now time for you to go in and to discover what your truth is, because we're in a new air epoch. We're in a new epoch. We're in a new clarity. We're in a new truth. We're in a new timeline. We have to surrender to this new. And a part of surrendering to this new is recognizing that like not everything fits, right? Not everything is what you thought it was. And there's some things that aren't as, they're just not what they were anymore because we're not there. We're in a new reality. And so it really is about, you know, us observing what this grand unveiling is for ourselves. Observing what this grand unveiling is, because things aren't as they appear. Just as I am zooming in, I'm like, yo, does the Queen of Pentacles have a mustache? And why does the Queen of Pentacles look like a dude, right? Like, it's like the more we zoom in and we highlight our truth, things start changing. The way our insight changes, right? This to me has always been the Queen of Pentacles. And because there's this shift in this insight, and I'm looking and all of a sudden something's now changing, a perspective, that to me is marking that there has been a shift in my field. And a shift in my field changes a shift in my perception, which changes a shift in my reality. Something is changing here. And it's in regards to this card. And it's all because I just see one thing a little bit differently. And now my whole viewpoint has shifted. And so as a result, that's what the air epoch is doing, is like there's these subtle things that are changing. And yes, sometimes some people might call it the Mandela effect, right? Where, you know, there's so much that's happened. There's ripple, there's, you know, past, present, future have been changing and timeline shifts. Like, the one thing we can agree on is these timeline shifts are very real. This isn't me just gibble gobble bobbling my head like a freaking, I'm not reading a teleprompter talking about this. These shifts are real, right? The magnetic shifts are real. The solar shifts are real. Our light body is real. The things that are taking place, we're changing at a cellular level. We're changing at a physical level. Things are changing in our reality, all based off of our perspective, all based off of our epigenetic blueprint, all based off of our crystalline DNA, all based off of the 12, the 144, and higher. This is all from cosmic Christos consciousness, that these things are shifting and changing at a molecular level, at a subatomic level, at a biological level, at all levels we are changing. And it starts with these little shifts and noticing them. And they keep getting greater and greater and greater. And things will begin to appear more and more abnormal until that abnormality becomes a normal part of our reality, because we're awakening to what the nature of reality is. So basically, things aren't what they were a few days ago. Things aren't what they were last year. We're coming up at the 1 year mark, the 1 year point of the marking of the age of Aquarius. It was Saturn, Jupiter conjunct, which was huge for us when it occurred. And there's a lot of shifts that have occurred since then. And we can now see that these realities are changing, right? So as a result, in regards to celebration, party, things like that, whatever this is, unity consciousness, okay? Whatever Three of Cups represents to you, coming together, celebration, joy, it's not what it is. Okay, it's not what it is. It's not what it was, past tense, because what it is now is new, because we're here in the review of what this new is and what this new means to us. So a part of this upgrade and this realignment is we got to go within and go, what is this new to me? And maybe that's a meditative point and a question we all have to ask ourselves is, if we're in the new, what is the new? Not what does Corey say is the new? What does mom and dad say is the new? What does this way shower with 5 million YouTube subscribers say it is? What does this website say, or that magazine article, or what the news? No, it's about what do you say it is, because you're the creator here, okay? It's about you going within and discovering what your truth is, not trying to play to someone else's truth and not letting me tell you what that truth is. The most disempowering thing that you can do is give away the power of your knowing to someone like me. Yes, I'm a conduit. Yes, I bring forward messages. Yeah, I might spark something for you. But when it comes to your truth and what your truth means in regards to the realities, in regards to your learning, your lessons, your soul's evolution, this comes down to you. It begins and ends with you. And this is why this empowerment piece, this download is coming through for you from the mother of air, mother of the air epoch. It's coming down for you because it's not only for you, but it's for Gaia. This truth is for you. It's to be shared with you, to be shared with Mother Earth, and to be shared with the all, the we. And it's the gift of the universe, the Empress, the unified you, the entire universe embodied with you, fertile, abundant, Venusian, mysteries, honoring the solar cycles. This is the 13 coming alive. This is not fractalized. This isn't split apart. This isn't small. This is the unified you embodied. And that does exist. But it requires us, A, to surrender, to take ownership of our reality, and so much more. But it can begin with taking those simple statements to declare that, yes, I am the universe. We are the soul. We are the source spark of creation. We are God's source light. We are the goddess. We are the miracle. We are creating these new realities. We know what our truth is. We stand firm in our knowing. We stand up for our light. We stand as our light, within our light. We know our truth. We share our truth. We're empowered in our truth. We're empowered in our vision. We're empowered in our knowing. We surrender to our knowing and we honor our knowing fully. So mote it be. You see how we start to create a direction with this? This is how we're creating this new magic here. Ace of Wands. Is we're sparking, we're igniting it through our words, through our thoughts, through our beliefs, and we're doing this as a collective. We're doing this together. So all of us coming together, speaking these spells, these beautiful spells and realities into existence, we're coming together faster. We're sharing more insight. We're sharing more data. We're sharing more light. And as a result, we're processing more light, which means we're getting more done at an etheric level, at an energetic level. And things that were true just 2 or 3 days ago are not today, because the massive power we have standing behind us as a collective, working through these spells, right? We're working through it. We're bringing this new forward now, but it's up to us to go within and to ask what that new is, and to remember that that power of what our new and what our truth is for us, the truth that sets us free, only exists within us and cannot be told to us by anyone else. Yeah, we have representatives, we have way showers that can clarify that, right? That can declare these things. But our truth begins and ends with us. It starts with us, and we have to go within to find what that is. Others can confirm it. Others are aware of it. Others might share it. But your truth only belongs to you. And all other truths might as well just be wiped out, unless they resonate for you. And it's because we need you to find what your soul brings forward in your soul's gifts, because your soul's truth matters. The embodiment of your universe is what we all need. So we can all embody our universe, which is the we. It starts with the I am, though. It's us embodying the I am, and then we come together and we share the we are. Okay. New magic inbound. New magic inbound, and it's going to be easy. There's not going to be any resistance, any resentment, any fight. It's going to be simple. We embody it and it's done. And we trust our journey, and we have fun, and we laugh, and we party, and we celebrate, and we enjoy our lives again, because we have every right to enjoy our lives, and we don't have to fall for those old tricks and those old games and those old belief systems. They're not going to work here, because we have our clarity. Our clarity exists within us. It exists within you, and you have the power to go get that clarity here and now. I promise you. This girl is on fire. And that's the way it's going to be. All right. So we're done here. We're done. We're going to keep igniting our magic, sharing our truth, coming back into our love. I love you all so much, unconditionally. Keep sharing your light. Keep sharing your love. And see you guys soon.